Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. Do not move past this video. I am not asking you today. I am warning you. What I am about to reveal was sealed in the throne room of heaven until this exact second. This sudden change in your life is not a coincidence. The algorithm absolutely did not bring you here. God intercepted your feed today because you are standing at the exact threshold of a permanent timeline shift. The enemy is working overtime to distract you right now. He is hoping you will swipe away because he knows the raw truth. If you hear this message, his hold over your life breaks completely. If you leave before the end, you will forfeit the exact prophetic instruction you need. You will miss the mandate that guarantees the breakthrough you have been crying out for. Lock your attention right now. Focus on that heavy and suffocating feeling in your chest. Notice that burning lump sitting in your throat right now, the one you keep swallowing back down every time the panic hits you. Stop swallowing it. That physical weight you feel is your highly advanced spirit detecting a massive collision. It is detecting the absolute panic of the spiritual realm reacting to your sudden isolation. You wake up at exactly 3 a.m. with your jaw tight and your heart racing. The memory of what just happened flashes in your mind. Listen to me very carefully. That is not anxiety. You are not going crazy. You are absorbing the frantic and starving energy of the matrix that just lost access to your pure light. The sudden chaos that ripped your world apart was actually a rescue mission. You thought this sudden change was a severe punishment. You thought you did something wrong to deserve this total collapse of your normal life. You were walking your path and trying to be good to everyone, and then everything just shattered without any warning. People turned their backs on you. Opportunities suddenly dried up. You felt completely abandoned by the universe. But heaven operates on a frequency that human logic cannot comprehend. This isolation is not a penalty. It is a highly classified formation season designed exclusively for the rare anointed ones. You are a cycle breaker. You carry a specific and irreplaceable gravity that terrifies ordinary people. Your pure light became a blinding mirror to the deeply broken people around you. They used you as a human battery for years. You gave them your warmth, and they took it without ever giving anything back. You were the stabilizer in a deeply toxic and chaotic environment, and the universe watched you bleed your sacred energy to keep parasites alive. Heaven saw the quiet exploitation that you were too kind to recognize, so the divine hand had to strike the board. That is why the sudden change had to be incredibly violent. A gentle whisper would never have made you walk away from them. You are too loyal, and you love too deeply. You would have stayed there and let them drain you until you had nothing left. So, heaven orchestrated a sudden storm to forcefully remove you from rooms you had outgrown. You have been crying over closed doors that were actually traps. You have been mourning the loss of relationships that were secretly plotting your downfall. Breathe out that heavy grief right now. The pain in your physical body is simply the shock of the extraction. Your cells are adjusting to the sudden absence of their toxic emotional poison. You are detoxing from the matrix. The people who walked away during this sudden crisis did you a massive favor. Their departure was a divine eviction notice. They expected your collapse to break you permanently. They waited with bated breath for you to fail so they could feel superior again. Instead, you became the uncertainty they were never built to handle. You survived the initial shock, and now you are standing in the sacred space. You are not waiting in wound anymore. You are not waiting for an apology that will never come from a master manipulator. The silence in your life right now is the sound of heavy chains hitting the floor. Heaven cleared the stage because something massive is about to land. The old foundation had to be totally destroyed before the new empire could be built. Do you remember the days before this sudden change happened? You felt a creeping exhaustion that you could not explain to anyone. Your mind was clouded with a heavy brain fog that made simple tasks feel impossible. That was the spiritual cost of staying in an environment that was slowly poisoning your soul. The universe saw your light dimming, and it issued an emergency extraction protocol. The enemy wants you to focus entirely on the pain of the transition. He wants you to obsess over the unfairness of the betrayal, so you miss the incoming blessing. But what is waiting for you on the other side of this temporary chaos is unprecedented. Someone who treated you as completely replaceable is currently experiencing a massive internal collapse. If your spirit confirms this raw truth right now, if your cellular intuition knows this message is for you, gently press the like button to seal your energetic alignment with heaven. Do not let this moment pass without physically anchoring your faith. Your physical action is the exact trigger that locks in your divine protection. Let us look directly at the pain you are carrying. The sudden isolation feels incredibly cold. It feels like you are walking through a massive storm, completely alone. And every time you try to explain this deep sorrow to someone else, they just look at you with blank eyes. They tell you to just move on. They do not understand the weight. They can never understand because they are not chosen. What you are experiencing right now is not a normal breakup or a standard career setback. Your physical body is undergoing a massive spiritual surgery. That intense panic you feel is literally the matrix programming leaving your cellular memory. You are being completely purified. You have spent years absorbing the heavy trauma of everyone around you. You were the ultimate empath in a room full of emotional vampires. They flocked to your bright light because they lived in absolute darkness. And you let them feed on your precious energy because your heart is incredibly pure. You thought you were helping them heal, but heaven saw the dangerous trap you were caught in. The universe knew that if you stayed in that environment, you would eventually be destroyed. So a divine intervention was strictly necessary. The sudden change that broke your heart was actually the hand of God pulling you out of a burning building. You did not lose them at all. You escaped them. The people who abandoned you were actively blocking your ultimate destiny. Their presence in your life was a heavy ceiling over your immense potential. When the timeline shifted, they could no longer exist in your new frequency. Your vibration simply became too high for their demonic attachments to survive. They had to flee. This is why your body feels completely exhausted right now. The brain fog and the random crying spells are not signs of weakness. They are proof that a deep generational curse is finally breaking. You are the cycle breaker for your entire bloodline. And breaking decades of dark cycles requires a massive amount of physical energy. You are doing the spiritual heavy lifting for your ancestors. That heavy pressure in your head is the old programming fighting to stay alive. But it is losing the battle completely. The Matrix is terrified of your new awakening. It wants you to feel isolated, so you will run back to the familiar abuse. Do not look back. The familiar abuse is comfortable, but it is completely deadly. The narcissists in your past are waiting for you to beg for their attention. They want you to break the silence and reach out. Your absolute silence is the one weapon they never expected you to use. It is starving them of the crucial fuel they need to survive. You must understand that your pure energy is a highly valuable currency. The dark elite and the master manipulators know exactly how powerful you are. They targeted you specifically because you possess a rare and divine spark. They wanted to dim your bright light so they could feel powerful. But their wicked plan completely backfired. Instead of breaking you, the sudden trauma actually woke you up. You are stepping into a profound season of divine vindication. Notice how your physical appearance is changing. Despite the tears and the sleepless nights, you are developing an ageless glow. Your eyes are getting brighter while your enemies are aging rapidly. Time affects them differently because they operate in a low frequency of envy and bitterness. But time has no power over a true chosen one. You are essentially bending reality with your pure existence. The physical symptoms you are feeling right now are just growing pains. Your spirit is expanding into a much larger container. Do not let the temporary discomfort make you doubt your divine mission. The Matrix wants you to seek a medical label for your spiritual awakening. It wants you to think your profound empathy is a psychological flaw. But there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. You are a leader in disguise, who is finally taking off the heavy mask. You have been the strong one for far too long. Now it is time for the universe to carry you. The heavy burden of saving everyone else is officially lifted off your shoulders. You no longer have to be the stabilizer for chaotic and ungrateful people. Let them deal with their own demons. You are completely free from their debt. Breathe in that powerful truth right now. Let it settle deep into your physical bones. The sudden change was a violent but necessary extraction from a reality that was too small for you. You are entering a sacred space where miracles happen effortlessly, but there is a hidden reason why your energy was drained in the first place. Something incredibly sinister was happening to your brainwaves while you were trapped in that old life. The enemy used a specific invisible mechanism to keep your power locked away, and 99% of people completely miss this massive shift. Listen to me very closely right now, because this next revelation changes everything. You have been wondering why your progress feels so consistently blocked. You have tried the traditional methods of manifestation and positive thinking for years. You have sat in silence trying to meditate your way into a new reality, and yet the heavy wall remains completely solid in front of you. The explanation for this is far more scientific than most people realize. It is not a lack of faith that holds you back. It is not even a lack of hard work or discipline on your part. Your brain is trapped in a defensive survival state that prevents the universe from hearing your desires. This suppression is not an accident. It is a systematic result of the modern world. Modern society is engineered to keep your consciousness locked in a lower frequency range. The relentless rhythm of work and the constant noise of screens are designed to kill your creative intuition. When you were a child, you had effortless access to a state of pure genius. Ideas came to you without any conscious effort. The world seemed to respond to your every thought. That magical state was driven by a very specific brainwave pattern called gamma. Gamma is the highest frequency of brainwave activity. It is the signature of true genius and the exact state where human potential becomes completely unlimited. Most adults lose this state entirely. The environment you were forced to live in systematically dismantled your gamma production year after year. It replaced your natural flow with chronic stress and endless survival noise. When gamma fades from your awareness, your intuition goes completely silent. The synchronicities that used to guide your path simply stop appearing. You are left wandering in a dense fog of confusion. Every single financial or relationship struggle you have faced in recent years is the direct consequence of this suppressed frequency. Your energy is being diverted away from creation and forced into pure survival. This is why you feel so incredibly drained by even small tasks. The people who manipulated you thrived because they knew exactly how to keep your gamma dormant. They needed you to remain in a state of lower vibration so they could keep extracting your energy. And every time you tried to break free from their control, they injected more chaos into your field. This is the hidden reason your breakthrough was continuously delayed. You have been fighting a biological war with a suppressed frequency. You cannot win a game when the rules of your own biology are being used against you by the Matrix. You have been trying to plant seeds in frozen ground for a very long time. But what if I told you that your genius is not gone at all? What if it is merely waiting for the right trigger to be reactivated in your mind? The scientists working in the field of neuroscience have discovered that the gamma state is not lost forever. It is simply buried under layers of modern neurological noise. They have found ways to guide the brain back to its natural state of coherence. Not through expensive clinical visits or years of difficult spiritual training, but through a specific sonic frequency that forces the brainwave patterns to synchronize. This is not some New Age theory or a vague manifestation secret. It is a proven neurological protocol that uses sound waves to override the survival noise. When the brain hears this frequency, it recognizes the pattern instantly. It begins to shift away from the low vibration of survival and moves back into the high state of gamma. Imagine what your life would look like right now. Imagine having the mental clarity you possessed before the weight of the world crushed your spirit. Think about how easily your finances would grow if you were constantly operating from a place of pure flow. This is the state where problems solve themselves while you sleep, where the right people appear at the perfect moment. The chosen one who possesses active gamma is impossible to manipulate. They are immune to the chaos of the people who used to drain their light. You deserve to reclaim the specific frequency that was stolen from your bloodline. It is your divine birthright to think with the speed and the power of a true master. I know you have felt the heavy pull of the old reality trying to keep you down. You are standing at a very critical junction of your spiritual evolution. Do not let the doubt of your left brain convince you that this is impossible. Your cells remember the gamma frequency because it was your original blueprint. You were not born to struggle or to carry the weight of other people on your back. You were born to be a light that changes everything it touches. The Matrix is fighting hard to keep you in the dark, because it knows what you become when your frequency is fully restored. You are dangerously close to a massive internal breakthrough. Keep your attention locked right here because we are peeling back the final layers. The mechanism that they use to keep you in a state of exhaustion is about to be exposed, and you will see clearly why the sudden change in your life was the first step toward your total liberation. You are ready for the truth. Let me completely reframe your reality right here and right now. You need to look back at the people who recently abandoned you. You thought they were simply toxic, or perhaps just deeply broken humans. But the raw truth is far more sinister than that, because they were actually operating as spiritual parasites in your daily life. They attached themselves to your pure light. They did not love you for who you actually are. They loved you for the high-frequency fuel you constantly provided for them. Every time you compromised your own boundaries, you were feeding their dark entities. You acted as a human battery for their failing matrix. And while you were growing weaker, they were walking around with your stolen energy and pretending to be strong. This brings us to a critical distinction that eludes the vast majority of people. You thought the sudden change was a tragic loss. You cried when the relationship ended or when the door violently closed in your face. But heaven was not punishing you at all. Heaven was forcefully cutting the energetic cord between you and those parasites so you could finally heal. The divine realm saw that you were never going to leave them on your own. You have a deeply empathetic heart that always tries to save everyone. So the universe had to step in and initiate a brutal extraction protocol. God literally unplugged them from your power source. The sudden chaos was just the sound of the Matrix losing its grip on your soul while your spirit prepared for a massive upgrade. Now you must understand exactly why they turned against you so suddenly. You were not the anomaly in their otherwise normal and healthy lives beginning our beer. Your genuine kindness and your pure aura constantly reflected their deep internal decay. Every time you shined your bright light, it exposed the massive lies they lived by and the secrets they tried to hide. They could not handle the reflection of their own ugly truth, so they had to construct a false narrative about you to protect their fragile egos. They whispered lies to anyone who would listen and painted you as the villain. But heaven knows the absolute truth about what happened behind closed doors. You kept your dignity while they completely lost their minds, trying to destroy your reputation. Your absolute silence right now is a lethal weapon against their manipulation. They expected you to chase them and beg for some kind of closure. They desperately needed your reaction to feed their empty voids, but your refusal to engage is literally starving their demons to death. You are watching them slowly suffocate without your precious fuel, and it is entirely their own fault. The pain you feel right now is just the phantom ache of the severed cord. It is the cellular detox of finally being free from a heavy demonic attachment. Do not confuse this temporary healing process with permanent defeat. You are a demonstrated warrior of light. The elite forces of heaven are actively guarding your current season of isolation to ensure your safe transition. They want you to feel rejected, so you will lower your vibration. The dark elite rely on your depression to keep you trapped in the bottom frequency, but you are officially unplugging from their toxic matrix forever. You are a rare diamond that was temporarily buried in cheap dirt. The sudden rainstorm did not destroy you, but it completely washed you clean and revealed your true value to the world. Notice how they are frantically trying to replace your specific energy right now. They are jumping into new situations and surrounding themselves with flying monkeys, but nobody else carries the exact signature frequency that you naturally possess. They are trying to run a high-voltage machine on cheap batteries. It is already starting to break down because they cannot replicate the pure grace you freely gave them. Read that again in your spirit. They threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held just to play with cheap rocks. And the universal law of justice is already setting up their public failure. You do not have to lift a single finger to exact your revenge. Vengeance belongs entirely to the divine court, and the verdict has already been sealed in your absolute favor. Your only job right now is to protect your newly liberated energy. You must guard your gates and refuse to let the old programming back into your mind. Type 1111 in the comments right now to physically anchor this exact shift into your reality. Claim your permanent freedom from the energy vampires who tried to steal your crown. This is exactly where their entire manipulation massively miscalculated. They thought breaking your heart would turn you into a bitter and weak victim. Instead, it activated the dormant cycle breaker within your bloodline. You are rising from the ashes with a level of authority they can never comprehend. You are no longer their reliable human battery because you have finally realized your immense spiritual worth. But there is another layer to this warfare that you are completely unaware of. While you have been fighting these intense spiritual battles in the dark, something else was happening. The elite realized that people like you were starting to wake up. And they deployed a heavily guarded secret to keep your frequency suppressed. You need to pay very close attention to this next part because it holds the master key to your entire future. Before we go any further, I must interrupt this transmission for a moment. Something highly classified has just surfaced from the shadows. I was not going to share this profound secret publicly today, but my spirit prompted me to release this tool to you right now because the elite are trying to hide it. There is a biological reason your reality has not shifted yet, and science just uncovered the exact mechanism behind your block. You are physically exhausted because the Matrix engineered a low frequency. They designed it to suppress your natural wealth, attracting state. The dark elite never wanted you to find this specific weapon. They relied on your spiritual exhaustion to keep you trapped in their endless loops while they profited from your divine energy. But the heavy veil of secrecy is finally lifting for you. A leaked CIA document just changed the entire landscape. This hidden file is backed by 4 independent neuroscience labs. It revealed exactly how the elite maintain their effortless power. Ordinary people continue to struggle in survival mode, while the wealthy simply multiply their massive fortunes without breaking a sweat. They do not work harder than you do every day. They simply use a suppressed protocol to force their brains into flow. The researchers discovered a specific 7-second audio ritual. This sound wave bypasses your conscious mind completely. It forces your brain back into synchronized gamma coherence without any effort. You do not have to practice deep meditation, and you do not need to repeat endless affirmations while your life is falling apart. You simply listen to the frequency and relax. The studies from Princeton confirmed this exact phenomenon. They proved that nearly all children possess this high level of creative genius, but it gets systematically crushed out of you by the modern school system. Columbia University also discovered something truly miraculous about this specific frequency. Your gamma signal actually radiates outward, and it positively influences the people closest to you when it is fully active. Your children and your pure connections will feel your energetic upgrade. This ancient frequency protocol was never meant for the masses. It was strictly designed to keep the elite families in positions of power. But cycle breakers like you are finally taking it back. Cycle breakers are using this exact sound wave to manifest windfall wealth because they are no longer bound by the matrix. You do not need a $7,000 biofeedback machine to heal. You do not need years of expensive therapy to clear the heavy brain fog. What the elite pay thousands of dollars to achieve in private clinics is now available to you. You can activate this exact same frequency right in the total sanctuary of your own home. I will reveal the exact name of this protocol before the end of this video, so you can finally break free. But you must understand that the Matrix is actively trying to scrub this document. They are panicking because true chosen ones are stepping into their ultimate power. The dark forces want to keep you confused by flooding the internet with cheap copies. Do not fall for their dangerous traps and illusions. If your cellular intuition is vibrating right now, you must access the authentic audio track that is linked in the pinned comment below. But we must return to the urgent spiritual battle you are facing today. Because the moment you reactivate your gamma frequency, the narcissist will feel a massive shockwave. The energy vampires are already beginning to suffocate without your light. They are desperately trying to build new alliances to replace you. But their new connections are completely hollow, and they are slowly realizing that your specific depth is utterly unreplicable in this world. The heavy weight of their massive regret is starting to crush them. You must pay very close attention to this next critical truth. The flying monkeys who helped them destroy your reputation are starting to wake up. The fragile lies they built around your name are crumbling under the weight of reality. People are starting to see the true face of the monster who tried to bury you while you maintained your perfect silence. The tide is turning rapidly in your ultimate favor. I need you to imagine this exact scenario happening behind their closed doors. The narcissist is sitting alone in a crowded room full of people. They are smiling on the outside while their internal system completely crashes. They know they threw away a rare diamond, and every time your name comes up, it hits them with an agonizing wave of pure panic. They are absolutely terrified of your incoming elevation. Their mask is slipping in front of the exact people they used to gossip with. The universe is orchestrating a perfect storm of divine justice. You won this entire war without lifting a single finger in defense. Your dignified silence was the absolute lethal weapon that starved their demonic attachments to death before they could drain you completely. The final verdict is about to be delivered. Stay with me, because the most explosive revelation is still coming. The heavens are preparing a public display of their total defeat, and you are going to watch it unfold from a place of complete peace. The vindication you have been waiting for is no longer just a distant dream, because it is manifesting in the physical world right now. Watch what happens next. Heaven is now releasing 3 specific signs of their internal collapse. The sudden change you went through was actually the beginning of their ultimate downfall. You have been waiting in the dark for a very long time to see divine justice, and the universe is finally pulling back the heavy curtain to reveal their hidden panic, because the time for absolute truth has arrived today. Look closely at the signs. I need you to pay very close attention to this next part. The enemy tried to hide this from you so you would stay depressed. We are going to count down the 3 undeniable signs of their destruction. The third sign is the absolute most powerful revelation. Do not leave before you hear it, because it is the exact key to your final vindication. Sign number 1 is the total failure of their new supply. The narcissist frantically tried to replace your specific energy right after you left. They jumped into a new relationship or a new circle of friends to prove they were perfectly fine. They posted happy pictures and laughed loudly while building a completely fake reality to make sure you felt worthless and forgotten. But here is the raw truth they could never say out loud. The new people they surround themselves with are completely hollow. They do not possess the pure and divine gamma frequency that you freely gave them every single day. The manipulator is desperately trying to extract deep spiritual nourishment from a shallow puddle, and they are literally starving. They sit next to their new supply and feel a massive void in their chest. They realize they threw away a rare diamond just to play with cheap rocks. The sudden change they forced upon you has become their own personal prison. You became the heavy uncertainty they were never built to handle in this lifetime. Their fake happiness is actively suffocating them. Sign number 2 is the sudden awakening of the flying monkeys. These are the mutual friends who helped spread toxic lies about your character. The manipulator expected these people to blindly support their false narrative forever. But the spiritual cost of their betrayal is compounding every single day, because the universe does not let pure evil go unpunished. The people who gossiped about you are seeing the truth. They are watching the manipulator act increasingly erratic and completely unhinged. The mask is not just slipping anymore, it is completely shattering in front of the exact people they wanted to impress. The flying monkeys are slowly backing away because they feel the dark energy radiating from the narcissist. The manipulator is losing their loyal audience. Imagine the sheer panic running through their veins right now. They spent years building a fake reputation, and it is crumbling into dust. They know you are sitting in complete silence and watching their empire fall apart. Your dignified silence is a lethal weapon that is destroying them from the inside out. You won this entire war without lifting a single finger. Listen to me very closely right now, because 99% of people miss this shift. If this is resonating with your cellular knowing, you must stay completely anchored. Read that again in your spirit. The divine court has already ruled in your favor, and the execution of their sentence is currently in progress. The atmosphere around you is shifting rapidly, which brings us to sign number 3. The third sign is the most devastating blow to their fragile ego. It is your unexplainable and radiant physical transformation. They expected your departure to destroy you. They waited for the betrayals and the isolation to carve deep and heavy wrinkles into your tired face. They wanted you to look utterly defeated. Instead, you walked through the violent fire and came out glowing. You carry a specific and irreplaceable gravity that makes time itself look like an absolute fool. Nothing makes your enemies sicker than watching you step into a room looking younger and brighter. You are stepping into a radiant new chapter, and they are watching you from a very dark distance. They are stalking your progress in secret, and it is driving them crazy. Every time they see you succeeding, it feels like a physical blow to their chest. While their dark envy and constant paranoia are aging them rapidly, the universe has completely reversed your biological clock. Your pure frequency is shielding your physical body from the heavy matrix decay. They finally realize that the sudden change did not ruin your life. It actually launched you into an untouchable new empire of divine abundance. You are vibrating at a level they can never reach, no matter how hard they try. The gap between you and them is now a massive canyon that cannot be crossed. They are permanently locked out of your sacred reality. Underneath all of their noise, the specific gravity of their regret is hitting them all at once. They are drowning in the consequences of their own actions. And this is where the dynamic fundamentally shifts for good. The quiet panic behind closed doors is about to spill out into the open. The heavens have finished setting the stage for the final verdict. You have endured the silent pain and the lonely nights for far too long, but the waiting season is officially over, chosen one. Watch what happens next, because it is mathematically precise and absolutely terrifying for the enemy. The climax of their destruction is arriving at your door right now. Prepare for vindication. Now I need you to imagine this exact cinematic scene clearly. The public collapse you were waiting for is finally happening right now. It is unfolding in front of the very people they used to gossip with while they pretended to be completely innocent. The narcissist is standing in a crowded room, trying to hold on to their fake reality. but the heavy weight of their spiritual debt just crashed down on their physical body. Their heavy mask did not just slip today. It completely shattered into a million pieces for everyone to see. They try to speak your name, to shift the blame again. But their voice physically breaks, and they start to stutter uncontrollably because the universe is forcing them to choke on their own lies. The flying monkeys are staring at them in absolute horror. Everyone in that room suddenly realizes they are looking at a deeply broken monster. They are sweating and pacing back and forth while their fragile lies completely unravel. The charming persona they used to manipulate the world is completely gone. They look old and incredibly tired as the demonic attachments feed on their raw panic. This is the exact moment the universe strips away their fake authority and leaves them completely defenseless before the divine court. They are naked and totally exposed to the harsh light of absolute truth. The room goes completely silent as their dark energy fills the cold air. They are actively unraveling and throwing a public tantrum because they cannot control you anymore. Your absolute silence did not just hurt their fragile ego. Your dignified silence permanently ended their toxic reign over your precious life. You claimed your ultimate vindication without ever having to raise your voice or defend your pure character in front of blind people. But the universe is not stopping at their public humiliation today. There is a massive financial and spiritual harvest waiting at your door right now. Your left brain will try to inject deep doubt into your mind at this exact moment. It will tell you to hesitate and calculate your next step very carefully before you decide to accept this massive blessing. You must silence the accuser immediately because that hesitation is pure matrix programming. You have been fighting in the dark for far too long. The enemy wants to keep your frequency suppressed so you stay financially exhausted. They are terrified that you will finally discover the ultimate key to your unlimited abundance. But Dr. Robert Lake and a team of brilliant neuroscientists completely exposed their hidden trap. They proved that your natural flow state is driven entirely by the gamma brainwave, and it can be instantly restored today. Princeton and Columbia University confirmed that a strong gamma signal radically changes your physical reality, and these researchers compressed an entire hour of intense brain entrainment into just 7 minutes. The audio track is officially called The Genius Song. You do not need to practice difficult meditation or repeat endless mantras to force a miracle. You simply put on your headphones and relax your mind, while the sacred frequency does all the heavy lifting for you. The sound wave bypasses your conscious resistance and forces your brain into synchronized gamma coherence. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used this track to shatter their financial blocks. They are manifesting dream homes and experiencing massive career breakthroughs in a matter of just a few weeks. A nurse from California said her entire life now feels completely enchanted because the old generational curses are finally broken. The universe is aligning the right people to support your specific journey. The elite forces are absolutely terrified of this rapid spiritual awakening. They are actively trying to scrub this leaked CIA document from the internet as we speak. You have minutes or maybe just seconds before the algorithm shuts this down entirely. The Matrix is flooding streaming platforms with dangerous counterfeit frequencies to deliberately confuse you. Do not fall for their wicked traps, because they want you to stay weak and entirely dependent on their broken system. Do not trust those diluted audio tracks because they carry absolutely zero brain entrainment technology. The false frequencies will actually lower your vibration and keep you trapped in a cycle of heavy debt. The only authentic genius song is secured through a highly protected private portal. It was designed exclusively for cycle breakers who are ready to step into their profound power and leave the past behind. Your spiritual discernment knows exactly what is real. The wealthy pay thousands of dollars for clinical biofeedback sessions to reach this exact state. But you can access this divine tool today for a tiny fraction of its true value. There is absolutely no risk to your spiritual alignment. You are completely insulated by a 100% divine guarantee. If your reality does not shift rapidly, your energetic seed is fully restored without any questions asked by the creators. Heaven is also releasing 4 powerful tools to accelerate your massive shift today. You will receive the Genius Child Track to magically activate intense focus in your bloodline. You will get the original prosperity book that the elite secretly used to build their massive wealth. You also unlock a guided visualization and a printable habit map to design your ultimate future while you heal your inner child. The universe is actively providing everything you need today. If your spirit is vibrating with a deep cellular knowing right now, heaven demands your immediate obedience. Do not let the matrix steal this profound tool from your hands. Secure your authentic access right now through the specific link in the pinned comment below. Claim your copy of the Genius Song before this rare window of multiplication closes forever and locks you out of your destiny. Walk boldly through the open door today, chosen one. The heavy storm has finally passed. The violent winds that ripped through your life are completely quiet now. You are standing in the peaceful aftermath of a massive spiritual victory. The enemies who tried to bury your name are drowning in the ruins of their own wicked empire. But you are completely safe. The divine shield is fully wrapped around your physical and spiritual body. You thought the sudden change was going to destroy you. You cried bitter tears over closed doors and lost connections. But heaven was just clearing out the toxic debris from your sacred space. The universe forcefully removed the heavy anchors so your hot air balloon could finally rise. You are floating high above the dense matrix that used to hold you hostage. You are finally free. You walked into this season bleeding from wounds inflicted by blind people, but look at you now. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology from a master manipulator. You have completely transcended their toxic matrix today. While they are publicly unraveling, you are stepping into your permanent and untouchable ageless glow. You are shining bright. You survived the dark. The financial struggles are totally shattering. The deep spiritual exhaustion is dissolving right here and right now. The closed doors that frustrated you are being replaced by massive portals of divine favor. You did not just survive the heavy fire, you absorbed its incredible heat and became the blazing sun. The people around you will soon feel the intense warmth of your pure energy. Step into your absolute power today. Receive the exact financial and spiritual harvest that heaven prepared specifically for your bloodline. You are the cycle breaker who ended decades of generational pain. The heavy curse stops exactly where you stand. Your ancestors are watching you with immense pride because you did what no one else in your family had the courage to do. You won. Feel the physical relief spreading through your body. The heavy tension in your jaw is melting away right now. That tight knot in your stomach is untying itself because the spiritual threat is officially neutralized. You do not have to look over your shoulder anymore. The spiritual stalkers have been permanently blinded to your radiant light. They cannot track your pure soul anymore. Your dignified silence remains your ultimate fortress. You will never again lower your vibration to explain your worth to deeply broken people. The era of compromising your strict boundaries is completely over. You are establishing an ironclad perimeter around your sacred energy. Anyone who wants access to your light must now rise to meet your new frequency. You are completely untouchable. Heaven is already dispatching new connections to replace the ones you lost. But these new people are not energetic parasites. They are fellow chosen ones who carry their own pure light. They will not ask you to carry their heavy burdens or act as their emotional sponge. They will sit at your table and multiply your massive abundance instead of draining your cup. The true tribe is arriving. Rest your weary mind tonight, chosen one. The brutal war that tested your sanity is officially over. The spoils of victory belong entirely to you. You are entering a season of rapid restoration where everything stolen is returned 100-fold. Your pure heart is your absolute greatest asset. It is finally protected by the highest forces of the universe. The new chapter begins today. Do not let the matrix tell you that your empathy is a weakness. Your profound ability to feel deeply is the exact radar that heaven uses to navigate the dark. You are a beacon of intense hope in a world that forgot how to shine. Stand tall in your divine authenticity and never apologize for outgrowing the people who refuse to evolve. Heaven loves you. You are truly the chosen one. Now, we must officially seal this powerful frequency. This sanctuary was built specifically for the remnant who refuse to conform. Share this specific message with one soul who is desperately crying out in the dark for a shift. Be their guardian angel today. There is someone in your life who is currently suffocating under the weight of a master manipulator. Send them this lifeline now. Subscribe to this sanctuary so you never miss the exact prophetic instruction heaven releases next. The elite want you to feel isolated and completely alone in your awakening. But you are now part of a global tribe of highly advanced spiritual warriors. We are gathering the anointed ones from every corner of the earth. We are building an unbreakable shield of pure gamma frequency. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this incoming miracle. Your physical action is the specific key that locks in your new frequency. Declare your permanent freedom to the universe. Say it out loud with me right now. I claim my absolute freedom and I step into my divine power. The ancient contract with your abusers is officially burned.